I'm Allison Eyring, CEO of Organization Solutions and Adjunct Professor at NUS Business School. On this edition of Driving Growth, I'm joined by Harjit Gill, CEO ASEAN and the Pacific for Philips. Currently based in Singapore, Harjit's a veteran at Philips with more than 20 years of experience in 7 countries in various senior sales and marketing positions.
Harjit, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Harjit, what should we know about Philips?
Philips is an amazing brand. It's been around for 120 years. We have close to 115,000 very engaged employees. We have 3 sectors, as we call them, healthcare, lighting and consumer. I think that places us very well in terms of tackling some of the issues that will affect society and consumers moving forward. 45% of our business is in healthcare, and then the rest is in lighting solutions and consumer products.
Now, 2 years ago, Philips embarked on Accelerate Transformation. What was the driver for that?
It starts with looking at where you are in terms of performance. So if you looked at our performance, it was from a top-line perspective fairly weak. We were losing relevance in the markets. I think we had basically started focusing and centralizing a lot of our businesses in some key markets only. We had under-invested in our presence in a lot of the markets and also in coming up with innovations that were truly relevant.
So Accelerate Transformation appears to have 2 focus areas. One is around innovation and the other is customer centricity. Can you tell us a little bit more about what Philips is doing to drive those?
We've always had a pretty strong heritage in terms of innovation, and I think the important part for us during the Accelerate Transformation has been how do we make those innovations relevant? How do we beef up our presence in the market so that the drive towards meaningful innovations is actually done with the customer at the heart of everything? And that has meant under the transformation program for Accelerate, what we've been basically looking at is a number of initiatives. One of them indeed, as you've mentioned, is customer centricity, very much focused on bringing the markets together. We also look at other initiatives like resourcing, and we call it resourcing to win. So it's really making granular plans and ensuring that there is adequate and the right level of resourcing to make those plans succeed. We continue to spend 7% of our top line in R&D, so really focusing on innovation. Another big part of the whole Accelerate transformation is also reducing the complexity and cost of the organization. So we have quite some transformational programs there to really delayer the organization, bring the businesses and the markets together, having a much healthier dialogue in terms of creating the future platforms.
Those are a lot of very significant changes happening all at the same time. How do you as a leader help those come together for your people?
I think this is the biggest challenge for all leaders. How are you taking care of delivering on the opportunities that you see today and making sure that the organization is doing that in the most effective way, but at the same time not losing sight of the fact that one of your key responsibilities or the other key responsibility is building the future. So for me it's really simple. I'm very focused on the priority setting that we have as a team. It's also about creating the right capabilities around you. And it's never losing sight of the fact that I have to continue to invest in people, invest in technology, invest in the brand and how we perform there.
Now, when Philips uses the term customer centricity, is that what being more relevant is for innovation, or is it about having an attitude to serve the customer?
Both. I think in the end, if you are using a customer or consumers at the heart of whatever innovation you drive, you're serving your customers better.
Philips defines its mission as improving people's lives through meaningful innovation. Why meaningful? Why not just innovation?
Innovation has to be relevant. We pride ourselves on making sure that we understand the needs, the requirements, the behaviors, but also the future needs of our customers. And you can create a lot of innovative solutions, but they have to resonate and they have to fit the markets that you're playing in. The other angle for us is very much, if you look at society's challenges today, they are very much around chronic disease, they're around aging, it's around urbanization. These are all challenges that we face. So I think as a company it's important for us to tackle those challenges in some of the solutions that we offer, because that is the environment that we play in.
Now, Philips has a rapid co-creation center in Holland. And why is it called co-creation? What does that mean to you?
Well, actually it's rapid co-creation. So rapid is all about speed. It's about speed to market. It's about speed in the whole learning process. Creating an innovative solution requires collaboration across all fronts. And this is our way of opening innovation out. So on the one hand, you have very close collaboration with consumers, customers and partners. But on the other hand, it's also about having collaboration with other stakeholders that are playing in that domain. In the healthcare domain, you can talk about hospitals, we can talk about governments, we can talk about insurance companies, we can talk about digital platforms. So the future for innovation is not one-dimensional. It's a co-collaboration across many fronts.
What do you think you do particularly well in terms of hearing and understanding what the consumer needs and what they will need in the future?
Well, we develop or have developed and will continue to develop insights. We really look at developing insights and structuring those insights in such a way that we are able to map the development of that. So I think capability developing, looking at trends, involving consumers in that whole process, but in a fast way. We have actually one of the interesting processes that I witnessed when I was in Holland was what we call a hackathon, where you put all relevant functions together to tackle a particular solution for a new product. And it really is done in a very, very fast way within a couple of weeks. So it's about failing, learning, constant interaction and making very much a dynamic process.
I love that, because I think sometimes we become very analytical when we think about understanding consumer insights. And so I think what you're describing is a very shared learning experience that allows you to create together.
You can no longer do innovation in silos internally. You can also, in my view, no longer do innovation on your own as a company. I think in the future it is about open innovation and collaboration.
Let's recap 3 lessons for leaders from Philips' Accelerate Transformation Program. First, put your customer needs at the heart of your innovation process. You'll make your business more efficient and deliver meaningful solutions that serve your customers better. Second, leaders must never lose focus on building for the future. Set clear priorities for your team and build the capabilities to achieve them. And finally, with that focus on the future, leaders must remember to constantly invest in people, in technology, and in their brand. In part 2 of our interview, I'll ask Harjit about some of the challenges and solutions she has faced in leading innovation.